Bob Proctor is an expert on the human mind and has been featured in movies like The Secret and on TV shows like Ellen and Larry King Live. He went from being broke and dropping out of elementary school to discovering Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, to now being a highly paid law of attraction expert. And today we're gonna learn his best advice on how to use your imagination. Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Carmichael, and every morning I bring you a shot of Entspresso to help you believe in yourself and start your day off with confidence. So good morning, I believe in you, and let's do this. Bob Proctor, tell us how to use our imagination.
Attracting what you actually want. I think James Allen put it very well in his little book, As a Man Thinketh. He said, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Now think about that. If you want to attract what you want, you've got to see yourself already with it. You've got to understand that you've already got it. First of all, clearly understand this. Nothing is created or destroyed. That means everything's already here. If not in one state, certainly in another. Where did the iPhone come from? The iPhone came from a series of ideas that individuals entertained in their mind. And they kept holding the idea until the stuff came to them that enabled them to build the phone. The stuff had already been here. Nothing is created or destroyed. All science, all theology teach that. If nothing's created or destroyed, everything that is already here. Our problem is we've got to wait until we see it outside before we believe we've got it. Start dealing with the non-physical world, with the invisible world, with the world that you can't see through these little peepers that you've got here we call eyes. Start to see yourself mentally. You've been given the faculties to do that. Use your imagination. See yourself already in possession of the good you desire. That will flip your mind onto a specific frequency, and you do think on frequencies. It's on that frequency that good you desire is going to start coming toward you, and you will start moving toward it. If you want to attract what you actually want, you've got to see yourself now already with it. And know it's only a period of time until you moving toward it and it moving toward you, and you become one with it.
So I'm a big believer in this, but also have a really hard time with it. And I want to share my perspective, and hopefully you'll learn, and maybe I'll learn in the process too. Whenever I get an idea, I have to do something immediately. Trust your ideas, believe that they're amazing, and manifest them into the world. I love it. I'm not taking it from the approach of, I want this book to be a New York Times bestseller, and I'm sitting there visualizing my book being a New York Times bestseller. I'm not visualizing myself being on Brendan Burchard's stage in Puerto Rico to a couple thousand people. That's not the process that I typically go through, although I'm open to that maybe being a mistake. I don't know. It's never really felt like it's worth it. I don't know. I'm sitting there. I've done it many times, sitting there visualizing. I've never really felt like that made a difference. I'm open to being totally wrong. But how I do apply it and it's massively seen an impact is as soon as I get an idea for something, it's go time. Trust that vision that came to you, trust that idea that's in your head, and do something immediately about it. When I thought about the idea of having a house, of building a custom home, I then went off and built the 5,000 square foot custom home. Like inside of the year, we had the whole thing done. When I thought about silly things, like I thought about having a mannequin. I was watching Green Arrow on TV, and I loved how they all had their mannequins when they were in their lair or their realm. They had their outfits, their costumes on a mannequin. And I thought, I feel like I'm the Green Arrow. I got the deep hood. Look, I could be, this is the Believe Arrow, right? I want a mannequin too. And then inside of a week, I had my own mannequin here. And so it may seem crazy, it may seem wild, but that's how I tend to operate. And I think it's amazing. Right now, I'm thinking about doing a 30-day challenge on my YouTube channel, my main YouTube channel, where every day for the next 30 days, I have a series of videos to help you build a better life. So like 30 days to a better life. And it's gonna be some of our best work. And I thought of the idea, and now immediately we're doing it. And so trusting the ideas that come to me and then immediately creating them and I guess manifesting them into the world, I am 1,000% all in on. The sitting and visualizing the thing that I want, I have a struggle with, and I'm open to making it better and being changed. Where I faced the hardest time with this is my health. So I broke my neck last year, right? I wore this for 60 days, taking it off for 10 minutes a day. That was it. And I had a concussion, and I had 2 spots in my neck that were broken. And I did some meditation with a guy named Michael Edwards, who led me through this guided meditation, and he helped me, and he was doing it with me in person, over the phone, sending me videos. And first off was getting the concussion away, because I'd never had a concussion before, and the meditation I found really helped the concussion. The second part was the visualization. So I have a bone in the back of my neck that broke off. So the big bone broke and is healed. The little bone just kind of broke off, like the tip, like imagine, I guess, the fingernail kind of hanging loose, right? And it broke off. And the doctor said it's not going to come back together. And it's not worth going and doing surgery on it, because it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. And Michael was convinced that I could heal myself and I could make that bone come back together. And so every night and every morning, I would do it twice a day, meditating and visualizing the neck coming back together. And you know, it takes some, you know, hand sanitizer, or not hand sanitizer, take some lotion and you know, put it on my neck. And just as to get more tactical, like as I'm doing it, the bones connecting. I talked to John Assaraf, who is another, you know, legendary expert in his field, and he's fully convinced that it can come back together through visualization, through meditation. I haven't done it yet. I haven't cracked the code on how to do it. I wish I did. We did X-rays 60 days later, and it's still just as disconnected. It's still just as, it didn't move a centimeter, a millimeter closer. And that was honestly a little bit, you know, negative or low or defeating. And my motivation to do it as intensely has waned. I haven't been doing it twice a day, every day. I still want to believe that it's possible. And I still kind of believe that it's possible. And maybe that's not enough. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe the problem was I never believed enough that it could happen, and that's why it didn't happen. So I would love for that to work. I would love for meditation to work. I've meditated with I don't know how many different people, so many different people. I've never really felt the benefit of having a meditation. Just feels like I'm sitting down. Nothing wrong with it. Just I don't feel extra clarity or anything coming out of the meditation. So I believe that it has worked for other people. I believe that it can work for me. I haven't found the path to make it work. So that's where I'm still struggling and trying to improve and trying to get better and reaching out to experts, and why I still feature people on my channel, because I'm trying to learn through the process as well. But the idea of taking the ideas that do come to you and taking immediate action on them, right? The last letters of law of attraction is action, doing something, trusting them. I think 1,000% that can serve you. It has served me. I know for sure it can serve you, to learn to trust your ideas and do something immediately today about it, and then build momentum towards it. And that big crazy thing that you have in your mind may not even be that big and crazy once you actually start taking some action on it. And so that part I'm 1,000% down on, and you need to do something today in your life to change. And the other side, I'm totally open to feedback, suggestions on how I can get better, how you can get better. And so that leads me to the question of the day. I have a really special bonus clip that you're going to enjoy right after this. But before that question of the day, I want to know, what do you think about the law of attraction, about using your mind to make things happen? Any experiences you had, let me know. Put it down in the comments below. And if you made it this far in a video, you're still watching, and you promise, you commit that you're going to do something to take action on what you watched here today. You don't just watch videos, you take action in your life. Give me a hashtag believe down in the comments below. I want to celebrate you.
Have you seen the movie The Secret, or have you read the book The Secret? Now maybe you have heard of the law of attraction and you wonder exactly what it is, and you wonder, does this actually work? Does the law of attraction work? You see, believe it or not, law of attraction is not some complicated magical ritual or some mysterious ancient secret. It's actually very, very simple. I want you to think of like gravity. It's an unchanging law of the universe, gravity. When I throw something in the air, it will drop to the ground. When you jump off a building, you will hit the ground. That's the law of gravity. You see, law of attraction is no different. It is simply the ability to attract into our lives whatever we are focusing on. In basic terms, all thoughts turn into things eventually, and what you focus on expands. Just like gravity. To understand law of attraction, first you have to understand this, that you always attract into your life the people, the things, the resources, the ideas in harmony with your dominant thoughts. It means that you always attract people into your life in harmony with your current experience, knowledge, and wisdom. It means that your life only gets better when you get better. It means that as a salesperson, if you want to increase more sales, you want to close more deals, and you want to increase your income, you will only do that if you become better. You want to become a better manager, you will only become a better manager if you become better. You only become a better father only if you become better. We were at the penthouse and it was raining outside, heavy rain. I was looking over the windows and I was looking out there. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, look at the dark cloud. Look at the pouring rain, like so depressing. And then Jenny walks by and she's looking at the windows and she's like, oh, it's so romantic. I'm like, romantic? Like, what are you talking about? Look at this. This is bad. Like, we can't go out. This is like pouring rain, damn Vancouver, right? She's like, no, look at the mountains. Look at those, like, look at that. Look at the light. And this is so romantic. I'm like, are you and I looking at the same thing? What is going on here? Well, we are looking at the same thing. The difference is that she saw beauty and I saw dark cloud. It is the same scenario. See, what you focus on expands. It's like the filter I was talking about. Most people attempt to change their lives with more information without upgrading your filter. Jenny and I, we have a different filter. You see, you have to realize this, that it is not what happens to you, but how you think about what happens to you that determines how you react and how you feel. It is not the world outside of you that dictates your circumstances or your conditions. It is the world inside of you that creates the conditions of your life. So you could choose, do you want to give it attention or do you not want to give it attention? When you go home, when you complain about your work, when you complain about your business, guess what? You go home, you complain to your spouse. Oh my God, today the job is so bad, it's horrible. You are reliving that experience. You're giving it energy. Your brother-in-law, your brother, your sister calls you and you, oh man, let me tell you about how horrible work is today. You reliving that again, you are giving it energy. Yes, it has already happened, but you can choose if you want to give energy to it. And that's how you activate the law of attraction. The more you give energy to something, the more you attract those things and those circumstances into your life.
If you want Bob Proctor's view on how to waste less time, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
Make certain that what you're doing really makes a difference. Make certain that you're spending your time on activities that are productive.